Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Sandy Ainley, so to speak. I hope each one of you are okay, so to speak. I am today planning a vlog on subject of my lesbian sexuality. I have a new jacket which was gifted to me, I think one says, and it says LGBT. And then if I take the jacket off, I'll show you the back of it, if I may. Gosh, I've got so many different bits and bobs on that it's hard. I had 3 necklaces on and one's just collapsed. But I'll try and fix it, so bear with me, please. First of all, I'd like to show you this lovely jacket. It's really warm as well, which I need today in this weather. I promise that I felt so cold this morning I almost fainted just from being so weak. There we are. What does that say? I can't even read it. Oh, that's right, Pride. Lovely. And then I think 2 hands, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's really superb. And I'm going to place it back on now because it was nice and warm for me. I don't know if you like my blue dress. I can't recall if I have shown you the blue dress or not online. If I have, I do apologise to whoever's seen it. Please forgive me for being repetitive. I like to blame my repetitive nature on my OCD. However, it's also me who doesn't control the OCD. However, in my defence, I'm extremely forgetful. So it's hard to assess, isn't it, oneself, and to really get the balance. I think one says, why does it not feel comfortable? For some reason it doesn't feel comfortable. What's happened? Oh I see. now I understand. Now it's lovely. And on this side I have a type of a brooch. I think there's a name for it aside from the word brooch. However, I don't recall. If anybody knows, please comment below. I love to learn. A good saying of mine. I have my very lesbian hat, which I'm very proud of. And then I have my super necklace with the colouring of the freedom, be proud of your lesbian sexuality. Then it says, another one says pride. Wait, which way around is it? This way around, pride. And the one that fell off, so to speak, says equality. There we are. I'm going to try and get the equality one back on. This is a bit fiddly. This type of enclosures, I think one says, clasps, whatever the word is. I think you know what I mean. I hope so. I need to find the opening. Oh dear. It's proving to be a bit of a challenge. My eyesight's not the best. I don't mind having said. I ain't ashamed of it. As long as I don't go blind, I'm happy. I wouldn't like to be blind. I think that I do enjoy my life and what I can see visually, and can't be nice to be blind. And I met a very nice lady once who was a sweet lady, very, very nice blind lady on the bus. And the lady had a dog with her, a guide dog, I think. Well, I know. And I remember saying to the lady, you know, you're very lucky, you have a lovely dog, go all over the place with your lovely dog. The lady said to me, I'm not really lucky, am I? And but I meant it. I do believe that it must be lovely to go around with some fluffy dog all day. Not that I'd like to be blind, however, I mean, to look on the positive side of whatever takes place in life. And there's a correct for everything. And I was being nice. And I also was being friendly because she seemed really pleasant, this lady. I hope you like my lesbian earrings. And I'm just looking to see if there's anything else that yes, I think that's it. I'm not sure if you've seen my blue dress. It's quite new. It's gifted to me, I think, if I recall correctly. There we are. It's just a nice long blue dress. And I think this jacket does match as a result of the fact that the jacket's got the blue in it here, and quite a bit of blue, and the black at the back. So, one more piece of jewellery to show you, if I may. That's my nose jewellery. My nose was bleeding a little earlier, so I think it's better now. I hope you can see my nose jewellery, my nose stud, whatever word you like to use. So I thought that to make a change today, I'd read you some of this. And before I do so, I just so wish to say that Harry, to me, is, I think, forgive me if I'm incorrect, please, a very sensitive gentleman who is troubled and possibly haunted by whatever the reason is that the gentleman's so deep in that manner. And it just goes to show that one never knows what's taking place inside the skin of the next door person. And it's so important not to judge. And there's been times that I've felt like judging Harry. On a thinking again basis. Yes, the behaviour is very immature, in my opinion, of immature. However, don't forget, please, that Harry's young. He's about 29, I think. All right, not a teenager, however, youngish. Young, really, in my opinion, of young. And with that comes immaturity. Plus, I think that Harry has issues with the family, obviously. And it's not just I think, it's I know. And Harry is literally acting out what's going on inside of Harry. In psychology, I think that's the saying, acting out. And I used to do that. However, I didn't write a book on the subject of my parents and my brother. I don't mean to be cruel. I chuckled then. I do acknowledge I did chuckle. Sorry if I was being a little bit cynical. I have no place to judge anybody on this earth, including Meghan Markle, who I agree is most probably suffering with narcissistic disorder. And it can't be nice to have to constantly try to have control over what's taking place. It must be very tiring for Meghan, and maybe the lady's just not well. And I know it doesn't seem so on the surface. It's such a subtle situation. It's so subtle. And things aren't always as they seem, so to speak. And I mean, I've had trouble in my life. I've been in an abusive relationship, and I'm just putting it behind me. I'm trying my best now, including the demise of my late father. I just need to let go and just move on. I've got so much going for me. I'm only middle-aged with plus 4 years, 54. So I have plenty of life left in me, if I choose for there to be life left in me. So going back to Harry, I think that there's a lot of criticism. I don't think it, I know it, on the subject of Harry and Meghan. And concerning Harry, if one reads the beginning of the book, it seems like Harry is shaking within at all times in the company of his father and brother. And if that's the case, which I believe it, I think it's really sad. In fact, I know it's really sad. The first emotion I received after watching the Meghan and Harry and Oprah Winfrey interview, straight after, I think it was that one, if I'm not mistaken, that I was watching, and then I felt so sad. I thought, poor Harry and Meghan and the royal family. Please don't misunderstand me. I see this on the subject of the side, I see the side of the royal family as well. It's a private matter, a family matter, and one needs to be trustworthy. Even within a family, one is to be trustworthy. Unfortunately, people do let people down in this world all the time. And Prince Harry definitely feels like an odd one. And that's the manner in which I see it anyway. Forgive me if I'm incorrect, please. And I think he's crying out to have a mother figure still. Hasn't resolved mentally the incident that killed his mother. And I hope that this time, in 2 months' time, hopefully earlier, Harry will be not so much in the limelight and there'll be a bit of peace in the world. I hope. That's if Ukraine situation shall get resolved as much as possible. But going back to Harry, I mean, if I turn onto this side, I see, and probably you see, beautiful young boy, lovely, so cute. What a beautiful little creature. And as an adult, I mean, I've been informed that William is the handsome one of the two. I think each one is handsome. I think that Harry has superb reddish hair, reddish auburny, sort of blonde, I'd say blonde and a touch of orange. Lovely hair, and in my opinion of lovely hair, and is very nicely groomed, looks very tidy and neat and tidy, and nice skin, a little bit of a frown. However, I'm a fine one to talk on that one. I did promise I'd read you some, didn't I? What I'll do is, I think I did anyway, I'll read you a bit from, starting from the beginning of chapter 1. I'm not sure if I need my glasses for this. Sometimes the glasses make it even harder to read. Right. Maybe not with my chewing gum. In fact, definitely not with my chewing gum, because I can't act correctly with my chewing gum in my mouth. Pardon me, please. Sorry, I do apologise for my manners. Thank you. Okay. Prince Harry, spare. There were always stories. People would whisper now and then about folks who hadn't fared well at Balmoral. The long-ago Queen, for instance. Mad with grief, she'd locked herself inside Balmoral Castle and vowed never to come out. And the very proper former Prime Minister, he'd called the place surreal and utterly freaky. Still, I don't think I heard those stories until much later. Or maybe I heard them and they didn't register to me. To me, Balmoral was always simply paradise. A cross between Disney World and some sacred druid grove. I was always too busy fishing, shooting, running up and down the hill to notice anything of about the feng shui of the old castle. What I'm trying to say is I was happy there. In fact, it's possible that I was never happier than that one golden summer day at Balmoral, August the 30th, 1997. We'd been at the castle for 1 week. The plan was to stay for another. Same as the previous year, same as the year before. Balmoral was its own season. A 2-week interlude in the Scottish Highlands to mark the turn from high summer to early autumn. I just so wished to read you a bit. Forgive me if I'm incorrect, please. Harry is talking of possibly another book now by Harry. And I don't know what's going to take place. I know that the talk on subject of racism, it all depends upon the context, in my opinion. One needs to know exactly what happened, and without even knowing who it was that Meghan thinks and now denies, or certainly Harry denies, that there was any accusation by Harry and Meghan on subject of racism. And my opinion on that one is that Harry and Meghan were implying that someone in the royal family was racist. And I think maybe now Harry has had and has, I think there's a saying for this, in fact I know there is. I think one says cold feet on subject of the reality of what they were accusing, what Harry and Meghan were accusing. And in this case, racism. And when Harry realised the reality of it, I think Harry just changed tone completely and made it very clear to everybody watching, I hope, that, sorry, I'm a bit tired. I haven't had any sleep at all. And I've completely lost track of what I was saying. 100%. However, the point I'm trying to make is that Harry probably feels, to a point, jealous of William. I don't think it's the reverse way. I think it is, in fact, I know that Harry, well, he certainly seems, I can make a very good assumption, to be much more precise, that Harry just feels left out in front of his brother, and jealous of his brother, jealous of William, that is. Harry jealous of William. Yeah, I got it right. And I am just almost dropping to the ground. I'm so tired. Forgive me, please. I'm going to have to end this vlog as a result of the fact that I can hardly stay awake. I just had a tough night, and I had restless leg, and I had pain in my left hip. Oh, I'll very quickly say to you what the latest is with the left hip. I have a phone call being made to me tomorrow via my GP, lady doctor. And I think this lady just needs to confirm with me what I need. And I need tests at a hospital in Stanmore. And the lady's very kind. I'm sure she'll help. And I'll make a very good assumption anyway. And so I'll be looking forward to talking to this lady tomorrow, and I shall be going for tests for my left hip concern. One more subject, if I may. It's me who keeps laying down timing. A lady friend of mine today, I say friend, someone I have a fondness for, wants me to join the lady to go to India. And the first thing that my mother said when I mentioned it was, "Oh gosh, you could catch something," or something to that effect. And I so wish to say that I had to accept that, because I was asking my mother for the money, so I had to accept that. But she wouldn't have given me the money anyway. But it's always good to try, but, you know, I knew I was going to fail. But on the subject of India, it's not necessarily going to be unclean. And I think one says unsanitary. There are some very, if you don't mind me using the word, sophisticated parts of India, I think. I've not been. And I want to go, and I shall go one day. But on this occasion, it's not to be. My left hip's in great trouble. My weight is still needing a lot of attention, even though I'm doing very well, and I'm losing quite a bit of weight, I'm happy to say again. So, yes, there are some lovely parts of India where there's not going to be any risk of one catching some bacterial or whatever it is illness. And my friend's going again. My friend's going twice. It's something to do with the lady's health, and it's cheaper in India. And so the lady wants me to consider going the second time with this lady. I suppose I could think on the subject and just pay for myself with my money and go off, go to India. I've wanted to go all my life, so, or not all my life, that's not correct. What I mean is that for a long time I've been wanting to go to India, and that want has not diminished. I'd love to go. So on that nice note, love to go. I bid you goodbye from me and Oreo's toy. It's cute, isn't it? Oreo fights with it. So sweet. Probably think it's Thinks it's a mouse or something, this green toy. Yes. I was going to do a vlog on the subject of Oreo. I may do one day. Maybe you can see more of Oreo. So take care, please, and please look after yourself, and please look after one another. And if you like this video, please subscribe. It's just one button away. And take good care, please. And please keep the peace. Please be polite and civil. And last, but by no means least, shalom, which is Hebrew for hello, peace, and goodbye.